I believe, is when we respect your right to believe and my right to believe what we believe.
It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap.
I do not know how Dana Goldberg is going to follow noted gay rights activist Mike Pence, but, well, Dana, your thoughts on noted gay rights activist
that is a very
Mike
sneaky
Pence?
way of saying we should respect each other's beliefs, but I should also respect your belief to legislate my marriage.
Right.
That's what that is.
I would tell my child I love them and please back away from the photo op with daddy.
Yeah, I love you, and I hope this shock doesn't feel too strong. That's exactly what Mike Pence would do. I love you, and I'm doing this for your own good.
Historical fun fact, Dana, as you probably know, he took funding for AIDS research and put it into reparative therapy, the very harmful, dangerous reparative therapy in Indiana. Just in case, you were curious as to... Okay.
Yeah, there's no rewriting Mike Pence's homophobic history. So we'll be happy to remind you on the daily if you need.
Yes. Travis, you are correct. He appears to be trying to ape sort of human emotion.
Yeah.
I would tell my gay child I love them. And also, he's tough on Putin because something's
so
right.
tough.
Yes. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Here we go. Mike.
I've also met Vladimir Putin. I've stood toe-to-toe with him, and I've told him things he didn't want to hear. Let me tell all of you, Putin only understands strength, and America must meet this moment with American strength.
And if there's anything that amplifies American strength, it's Mike Pence. And why don't you get Josh Hawley to also go with you to Russia, because those are the two strong men of the United States.
Right.
Noted fisting enthusiast Josh Hawley?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Half of our favorite morning show, Fisty and Bitchy in the Morning.
That's right.
With Coker and the traffic copter. Okay. Here he is trying to replicate human emotion over the violence in New York City.
Our hearts broke this morning with the headline of the terrible violence that took place on the subway of New York, and our prayers are with the injured and the victims and their families. One of the advantages of being vice president is I get to drive my own car again.
What?
One of the disadvantages is I get to pay for my own gas.
Wow, we really went from human
Dana,
emotions.
now, when you're doing a lot of your, fundraising for, good causes everywhere, do you frequently meld talking about people dying with a joke about gas money?
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
I slip it right in, and I also very intentionally leave out the fact that an immigrant helped catch the perpetrator. So I also leave out those points because that would not support my talking points of a white America.
That was just weird. That was a weird turn.
I
have this pre-formed joke that I already have about not driving my own car and gas money.
I'm going to stick it right after a tragedy.
Sorry about those
in New
dead.
York.
Sorry about those dead people.
Ones.
Hey.
Yeah, one of the lucky ones because I don't have to go with the massive prices.
No.
That's what that was.
Yeah.
That's what he meant. Okay. Dana, we always hurt the ones we love. You know that we love you, and there would be no other reason that I would save the Trump soundbites for you. Because
these are the worst birthday presents ever, Stephanie Miller.
Yeah.
I don't like them.
He's super whiny yesterday.
And you know what? The people of this country aren't going to take it. They're just not going to take it. They've weaponized law enforcement, essentially.
Because
they've
you're a crook?
weaponized the AGs in the states and the attorney generals and the district attorneys. And, I mean, it's such a horrible thing that they're doing. And I just don't think the people of the country are going to take it. But I just, based on past, I think probably nothing will happen.
Horrible. It's horrible.
Have you ever noticed how he makes it the American people are going to stand for this? The American people, okay, because the American people aren't crooks like you. So, right.
I'm sensing another cease and desist letter from Twisted Sister coming when he's like, we're not going to take, the American people aren't going to take it. We're not going to take it. I think even
tweet like, you think that song's about American values? Ha, 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 you funny.
Yeah. Steve Snyder, I love on Twitter. Brilliant.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, sorry, but this is more whining about Bill Barr not doing the right thing. He didn't do the right thing.
We also had a chance, but Bill Barr, the Attorney General, didn't want to be impeached. They were vicious with him. They said, we're going to impeach him. They didn't even know why, but they were going to impeach Bill Barr. He didn't want to be impeached. How do you not get impeached? You just sit back and relax and wait out for your term to end, and that's what he did. And it was a sad thing and a sad day for our country. Then he writes a crummy book, which was so false.
Which was so-called? He wrote a crummy book which was so-called?
Did he say so false or so called?
So-called book. something.
Oh my God.
Something.
I just also love that the twice impeached president is like, what kind of a guy doesn't get impeached? He just waits out his term. With you? I'm like, get out of here.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Did you say you want more, Dana? Sure. Here he is. Here it is.
But you know what? Had Bill Barr had the courage, a lot of this could have been taken care of.
Well, I'll say this.
The U.S. attorney in Philadelphia said Bill Barr told him not to investigate the fraud in the elections, and he said, don't do it. And he wrote a letter to that effect. And, had Bill Barr had the courage to do what he should have done, instead of being worried about being impeached, I said, look, get impeached. I went up a lot in the polls when I got impeached.
Oh, my God.
You have to get impeached, maybe.
Oh, my God.
But he was so afraid of being impeached that he refused to do his job.
Oh, my God. What?
I mean, just try and get impeached. That's what I'm going to do.
We did a bit.
Comedy Central special.
We did a bit about a bunch of people like hanging himself at the omelet bar at Mar-a-Lago, like in the airplane. Just does anyone? Is this even partisan anymore? Does anyone want him to keep talking?
I think Bill Barr,
to the rally.
Bill Barr, if he keeps going, is going to be in like a disguise and just drop off a manila envelope at the January 6th committee and just like slide it under someone's door with all the information.
Oh my God. Okay. In our favorite Big Bag of Rats news this morning,
all right.
Fight, you're all equally awful. Laura Ingraham has turned on Hannity and Trump for his Dr. Oz endorsement. Fight. Big Bag of Rats, you're all equally awful. Okay, Laura Ingraham, not afraid to say. Sean Hannity and Donald Trump do not have perfect judgment. She called out Hannity and Trump for their endorsement of Dr. Oz. She cannot get behind him because of his past not conservative-approved on-air statements about several issues, gun rights and abortion in particular. Ingraham ran a short clip of Oz questioning whether a fetus has an actual heartbeat at 6 weeks. That's because he's a doctor and he knows a fetus doesn't have an actual heartbeat at 6 weeks. But, okay. She and guest Kellyanne Conway, oh, God, noted that Oz, who now says he's pro-life, has never walked back those statements. So that is your latest Big Bag of Rats. Ingraham and Kellyanne Conway are fighting with Trump and Hannity. Okay. Dana, you did a fantastic video clip. You were doing your usual work, for the Lord. Mm-hmm. And
yes,
you were doing a thing, and then suddenly Beto O'Rourke walks in frame and was hilarious and funny. What was that about? And because he's in a dead heat for governor. This is exciting,
which is amazing. Yeah, it's theoretical tie in Texas. So I was doing an HRC gala in Houston and raising a lot of money, telling a lot of jokes. And I had met Beto when he was running for president when I was doing a gala in Dallas, and so he sat with us at dinner, and I said, hey, I'm going to be backstage before I do comedy. Will you do this little thing with me where I'm just like, hey, my opener's not here. And he's like, I'll do whatever you want me to.
It's hilarious.
And so we went back, and I was like, I'm a little nervous about telling jokes. My opener's not here. Oh, there he is. And Beto, in his goofy self, was like, hey, sorry I'm late.
It's called in comedy a reveal, and it was hilarious. You're like, oh my God, it's Beto O'Rourke. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
He really is a good guy. His speech was fantastic, and I think he's definitely realizing who his constituents are in Texas and where he needs to put his time. He didn't just show up and speak. He was there from the beginning. He took pictures with everyone. I mean, there were lines, and he stayed through the dinner. He's a good man. Texas would be lucky to have him. Yeah, well, we were saying in the wake of just yesterday, Dana, these two stunts that Abbott pulled. Busing migrants to Washington, D.C. to Fox headquarters for a stupid publicity stunt, and then blocking these trucks at the border for miles and miles and miles to drive up costs and disrupt the supply chain further to hurt Joe Biden and Democrats. Absolutely. And the people of Texas saw right through it, and especially those truckers that are like, hey, you're messing up our jobs now. And you're costing the taxpayers of Texas a lot of money because they're going to have to pay a lot more money for produce. Things are getting rotten. They're rotting in the trucks. We can't get through. And he was like, oh, lift the barricades. Yeah. Yeah. I was saying that all morning, that I can't believe that people of Texas want to be governed by publicity stunts that, as Chris pointed out, cost them money.
Yes.
Exactly.
I mean, instead of fixing their power grid, really? This is okay. What is your sense on the ground there? I mean, the polling is like dead even, isn't it? With Beto? I think that if we can get people out to vote, it's like any other situation. The Texas is not a red state; it's a gerrymandered state. It's a voter suppressed state. Thank you. So if we can get people out to the polls, then we can win. I mean, this is a statewide race for governor. This isn't not a congressional race where the maps are drawn. If we can get people out to the vote, out to the polls, we have more
people voting blue in Texas than red, and Beto will win. But we have to get people there. That's it.
Yep.